Aline's drawing. She's from Mexico. Hey, that's funny. She has also a Van Gogh painting in her room. You see that? Oh, no. This is my version of the Starry Night that I paint when I learned to paint in oil. Ah, but it looks like a Starry Night painting from Van Gogh again.
There's someone else who has a Van Gogh painting.
Even more, yeah?
Yeah.
That's incredible. Can you imagine that he's such a popular painter? That's so great. Here also I feel like, also with the perspective, because we have here on the left, we have a line that's sort of like a corner. So that gives us almost a feeling that we're looking in, like we're like peeping into a room. It makes the view more intimate in a way, also because because the perspective is right. And I like.
And what's also funny here is that in the front and the left hand side, she says, "Here's my Mexican dolls collection of every state," but you can see that she drew something, but she used the eraser to because it probably got too complicated.
Yeah, that's sweet. You see it below it, behind it. You can still
so then she thought, like, I just do it with text. That's a good solution, because it probably got way too complicated to draw all the dolls.
Yeah. But I'm afraid, because it's a shame she didn't draw it, because when I look at it, it's really sweet in a way.
Yeah, it looks really sweet.
You see a little, you can actually see it there, And also the teddy bear is very drawn, very strict. So you could say, I think she's a much better drawing artist than she pretends to be here. Like she makes things a little bit, she simplifies things, which is also understandable. But I like the drawing. I think it's a great drawing. We're going to Alenka. She's from Sweden. And it's a little bit difficult to see, but I read children books. I see a humidifier, lots of cooking and baking tools, a fabric storage, lots of Antara patterns, super soft carpet that is perfect for playing with kids. Here she has a chair, some tables that my partner forgot here. That's nice. So this is more like a living room, which is blanket. It's so cold in Sweden. The couch perspective. Oh, that's nice. So she's sitting on the couch.
Yeah, this is an example of someone who's sitting there, and this is the view. Yeah.
And actually, she also describes the view to the balcony, views of some trees and houses in the distance. And I like this drawing on the wall on the left here of the little. It looks like a children's drawing almost.
Yeah, and she has at least. Yeah, she has children. Of course, she says the super soft carpet is perfect for playing with kids.
Yeah. So it's a beautiful drawing because it shows us her environment, and we sort of like understand it through these details. So I really like it. Well, this is a photographic perspective, and it works really well. You really feel like you're looking in the room. This is from Ashley. She's from Mexico. And I really like the big flower. I like the curtains. A closet, a door, a sofa, my bed, pillows. She's very strict. The drawing is very strict. It leaves very little room for imagination. But yet again, it's so strict that you also can really understand what it's like there. I'm looking a bit further. So that's where it's a small room, but it's very practical. It's like a cockpit almost. A vision board, a mini mural of a flower on the wall. And she has the eye of God of threads and wooden sticks. That's very nice. That has such a different shape than the other things. Teddies, curtains. Now I really like this drawing. Perfumes, nail polish, and stuff. A mini desk, lots of books, makeup, and accessoires. So this is not really a desk that you sit on, but more a desk that you put things on. So actually, this is a beautiful drawing. I would like to know your dog's name, for example. That would tell me a little bit more about you. And I would like to know what it is you see when you look out of the window, or maybe the sounds that you hear from coming from outside. This would give us a little bit more intimacy with who you are. But it's well done. It's beautiful. We're going to Cadence from Canada. This is I like the way it looks. It's very different. It's very digital too. There's a clock, a cupboard, a messy pile of sweaters in an old bookshelf, glowy letters, CT. Maybe that's your name, Cadence, and then T is your last name. Your sister's older dresser that creaks when you open it. That's so nice when you say that it's an old dresser from your sister and that it creaks. Then you really bring it to life. Then we can hear it almost. I like that. A jar of coins as door stopper. A dresser with a missing rack. A giraffe figurine collection. They look more like dinosaurs in a way, but they're nice. A desk with messy things inside of it. A lot of post-its, sticky notes. I really like the way you drew the chair. That's really, really beautiful. Like you immediately recognize it. And I think also because you drew it digitally, it has its own look. And I like this string light all around my room. Ah, okay. A lemongrass diffuser. Oh, this is the smoke. Yeah, it's a nice drawing. I like it. This is again from Hillary from Kenya. That's also interesting that the center of the drawing is the TV. And although the bed is in front of it, it seems like the TV is the main focus of the room. Again, this is also, I think, done in a class. Would be interesting also if the students from Kenya would also make a drawing in their own home. This one is from Maxwell. Yeah, it's also again like, oh, here, I don't do it right. My house sketch. Again, the objects are being displayed, but they don't have really any reference to the space they're in. So this is from an architect. And we see a house plant, a window, a desk, a closet, and a bed. And although I like it that you can make the closet with a few lines and you can make a bed with a few lines, we would like to know more about who this person is, because now it looks like almost like a digital interpretation of a room. But what would it be like if it was when you say something about who you are? So this is Olivia from Austria. So we're missing here the story.
I think Olivia didn't have so much time.
Ah, well, that's fine. She can do it again.
Yeah,
if she wants to. This is a really beautiful drawing, and it looks a bit like I make my drawings, maybe with the perspective and different layers next to it. But I'm really curious to walk into it, like see what kind of books does someone have. Harry Potter's, Da Vinci Code, The Sapiens, I just read it. A journal you rarely write in. Post-its, deadlines. A dry cabin that is too big for my room. Wow. Wora is from Indonesia. So we saw in Sweden, we saw an air humidifier. And here we have a dry room. So that's sort of like the opposite of the room we saw in Sweden. This is nice, that you can hear kids playing. The steep steps. Oh. And the trolley is a dressing table. I also like the little beer here on the inside, hanging on the key. And I don't know who Woro is, but I'm curious whether Woro is a boy or a girl. That's not really very often you can tell by the drawing, but here it's not as clear. But that's something. It's a good thing. I think Woro's a girl because she uses this trolley as a dressing table. But maybe not. It can also be a boy that's using a dressing table. But what is good about this is that I'm getting this information, but I'm also curious to learn more about the person who lives here. So in that sense, by just giving this information, you also start a story about this person. And what I do is, while looking at the things, I'm creating and making my own story. So that's really nice. This is also from Lavenda from Kenya. And it's the same with the other drawings from Kenya, that they seem to look a bit similar. And I'm curious where this happened. Maybe you all did the same in the same room, or...
I think so. I think they were all in class, because I see in the background, you see them.
Yeah, the boards.
Yeah, and so I think they all did it in the class. And the first drawing for Kenya, I didn't know what this thing was. That's in the corner, in the down there. But because I saw another drawing from Kenya we already looked at, where someone wrote, and she wrote this shoe rack. So that's how I discovered that these things are shoe racks, and that is something that's very common in a Kenyan house, I think, a shoe rack. Yeah.
So that's something we learned then again from
exactly. That's
from this thing. Yeah. Okay. We have to go a bit further, I think, because we're running a bit out of time. This is a really beautiful drawing, but I miss the information. But what I really like is the window with the bars. That really gives you a sense of the place too.
It's a poetic drawing, yeah?
Yeah. And also the light, the electricity from the wall next to your bed.
Yeah.
So this one is from Jeffrey. And this one is from Mariana. And she draws her room. She lives with her sister and her moms, and they have a small room, but it also looks very cozy. And I like the sense of it. And then there's the entry, and she has trees outside from the back, so that's nice. But this is very simple, but also very effective. This is my bed, this is my sister's bed, and this is my mom's bed. I also like this drawing. Wow, this is also a really beautiful drawing from Eva. She's from the Netherlands. You can tell the Netherlands, there are no trees. The trees have no leaves. It's winter here. And the book she's currently reading, Gustav Klimt, you recognize in a nice way. A notebook with to-do list. And she used a little bit of shading, which is really beautiful because it gives some depth to the drawing. Collections of postcards, of stickers, books, flowers, shoes. And this one I really like. On the top shelf is like the things I never use. That's really beautiful. I like that. Then we go to Emma, also from the Netherlands. Wow, that's a really beautiful drawing. I think you also used the panoramic view and used the picture. But I like things you said. This is chilling. This is also very nice that you put a guitar up and you say it's not mine. Period. And by saying it's not mine, you don't have to say it's a guitar, but by saying it's not mine, you already say a lot about it. That's really nice. And I like the steps, step 5, step chilling, which just means like it's cold there. Cosmo books. And I like the steps. So first, this is your bed, and then step. Are there more steps than one? Step 3, step 5. Oh, steps 8. Oh, maybe she measured how far away it is.
Yeah, I think it's a measuring tool.
Yeah.
So 3 steps from the bed to the couch, and
Yeah.
5 steps from the bed to the table.
I think chilling means like relaxing.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's really chill. Yeah. What's really beautiful is the way she gives us like a 360 perspective almost of her room. And we have the light bulb in front of here, and the room there, the bathroom. So there's the kitchen, I think. This is cooking. So it's incredible how with one drawing you can show so many different things. So it's a beautiful done. This is also nice. This is like materials. So Iris uses a soft rug, another soft rug, and a Koya plushie. So this is more about like the materials, the light she put in. Like the fact that she says this is a clothing rack is a bit, we can see it's a clothing rack. Maybe you could say like it's a really fragile clothing rack or something. And a heater, I'm always cold. Mirror. But I really like the effect with the soft rug. That really gives it perspective. The camera, the TV, windows, the cat, the Wacom, the laptop. We recognize all the things, the bass guitar, the amplifier. This is from Atali. Atali. And it's, there it is, Atali. A cup of water, your phone. I think when we look at this drawing in 20 years, you say like, oh yeah, this was exactly the time of age that we lived in. We all had a Wacom, we had a laptop, we had a phone. It's also an image of time.